After the massive success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and I mean massive, so many zeros, it's natural to ask the question, what's next for Nintendo? Are they going to make more movies? There are a couple obvious answers, like a Super Mario Bros. Sequel and some sort of spin-off like Luigi's Mansion or Donkey Kong. But in this video, I want to speculate on a little less obvious answers, and some of those that may seem obvious, and where I hope all these projects lead. If I had my pick on one movie that I absolutely want Nintendo to make, I got one word for you: Zelda. Well, I guess it's 4 words. The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda would be a perfect follow-up project for Nintendo. I think it's got to be inevitable after the success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, right? I think a better question would be, which story or game would they adapt? Personally, I would love to see Breath of the Wild on the big screen. That game and story is just a masterpiece. I think it would be the perfect introduction to the Zelda franchise for film. I think it's got enough old things for older fans of the series, and also enough new elements to help people get into this world, get invested into the world of Hyrule. But at the same time, I don't think there's a wrong choice here. Ocarina of Time is a classic, Twilight Princess is amazing, and even Skyward Sword would be a good choice. Needless to say, Nintendo has a lot of great options for a Zelda film. I just really hope it ends up happening. Now, who they would cast and what it would look like, that I don't really want to speculate on. But man, I really hope this happens really badly. I know we already got a Detective Pikachu movie, but I think an animated Pokemon movie by Illumination would be fantastic. Live action was great, but for the sake of continuity, I think an animated Pokemon film would be fantastic. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Jackson, we've gotten a crap ton of Pokemon films in the past. Have you seen all the ones with Ash that premiered on Cartoon Network? Did you see all those? I'm not talking about another one of those. Heck, Ash doesn't have to be in this one. I think it would be cool to get a cameo or something. But Pokemon is such a massive franchise that there's a lot of stories they could tell. And like Mario, it's a franchise that all generations know and enjoy. I think it's a cool opportunity to tell a new story in a franchise that almost everyone knows about. There are endless possibilities for what they could do with this, for what characters they could introduce, and I really hope we get to see it. Out of all the projects that I mentioned, I think this one is the most likely, just because it is geared towards multiple generations. I think that's one of the main reasons Super Mario was so successful, was because of how many generations, how many people can relate to this character, how many people have experienced playing the games or playing with this character in some sort of way, whether that be through the Super Mario games or Mario Kart or Mario Party, Mario Tennis, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. You know, like there's endless ways that people have interacted with Mario, and I think the same could be said with Pokemon. There's so many different forms of Pokemon media out there, and I think that, you know, with that kind of brand notability, that I think a movie here would be fantastic. I think it would be so cool. Now, there are a lot of franchises and game series that I just haven't played, but I think would make really good movies. The first 2 are the Metroid or Star Fox series. I think they would make amazing films. I don't know. I think these have strong enough fan bases, and I think they're cool enough ideas that even if you don't know what Metroid or Star Fox is, you'd probably go see these. I think they would be great options for Nintendo to think about adapting to film. Especially with Metroid, I think there's a lot of different ways you can deliver that film. Lastly, 2 franchises that I can see Nintendo adapting to film is the Kirby franchise and the Fire Emblem franchise. Honestly, don't know how they would do Kirby. I think it's still a real possibility. It may be a TV show. I think they've done that in the past. I hope all these are films and not shows, but I think Kirby would work as a show. Maybe. But Fire Emblem, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. I think it would be an awesome idea to do a Fire Emblem movie, but the likelihood of it happening is pretty low. Now, I think a lot of you see where I'm going with all of this. Super Smash Bros. Movie. Ever since Brawl came out and we got that incredible Subspace Emissary story, I've dreamed of a Smash Bros. Movie. And now more than ever, I think it's a actual possibility. And that really excites me. Now, this would be years out from now. I'm talking like at least 5, probably more. But man, would it be sick. Now, there is a lot of risk with this, though. A lot of different studios have tried to do a collective shared universe and have failed miserably. I'm looking at you, Dark Universe and DC. However, I think Nintendo has the means, has the stories, has the characters to do it. Another problem, I think, is finding a way to connect them all together. In the games, they kind of did a Lego movie, or the Lego movie kind of did a Smash Bros, where all the characters were actually action figures or toys in the real world. That's kind of how they explained them all coming together. I don't know if they would do this in the movie. I hope they do. And I know they could work around this. They could explain it some other way, like with portals and all this crap. But I don't know if they would want to. Look up the secret story of Super Smash Bros. And you'll kind of see what I mean. Also, I don't know who the main villain would be for the first one. I'm assuming Master Hand, but I'm not sure. I also don't know if you do this like Avengers, where the first movie you start out small and then you scale up to something like Ultimate, or you just do one Super Smash Bros. Movie with everyone, and that's it. But yeah, Super Smash Bros. Movie would be so cool. It would be so cool. Look, all of this is speculation. I think the only thing we can say for sure, the only thing we can be confident in is a Super Mario Bros. Sequel. But Nintendo has a lot of properties that would make fantastic movies, and I hope we're actually able to see them all on the big screen. Now, I know what you may be thinking. What about Sonic and all this? I don't know how that would work. I honestly don't. If there's like some Spider-Man Sony deal like thing here, I don't see Sonic being a part of this for a little while. And if it does happen, I don't think it's going to be the Sonic we've seen in the past 2 movies. That's live action. I think this is going to be something completely different. A completely different version of the character, completely different set of actors, and all that stuff. To be honest, I think Smash Bros. Would only be Nintendo characters. I think that those kind of crossovers, at least from other studios, was special to the game. And I don't think it would be possible for the movie. But I would love to be proven wrong here. I would love to see Sonic in a Super Smash Bros. Movie. Like with the same entrance he had in Subspace. Oh, that would be so cool. Anyway, that's all I have. I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. What movies would you like to see Nintendo make? Which ones do you think they will make? Which ones did I say that you're like, no, there's no way they're doing that? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. But as always, I love you all so much. I hope you all have a magical day. And until next time, peace out, bro skillets.